You know that feeling when you start something with all this energy, like you're so excited, you can't sleep because you're thinking about it, and then it just kind of disappears?
Yeah, I know that feeling really well.
Like one day you're ready, you're motivated, you're telling yourself, this is it, I'm going to be consistent this time. And then 2 weeks later, or maybe a month, you haven't done anything. And the worst part, you start feeling guilty about it.
The guilt is honestly the worst part, because it doesn't just stop you from starting again. It makes you feel like you already failed. Like, what's the point now?
Exactly. And I think a lot of people feel that way right now. Maybe you're feeling that way. Maybe you started learning English and you were so excited, and then life happened, and now you feel like you're too far behind, like it's too late to start again.
We felt that too. We really did. That's actually kind of why we disappeared for a while.
And today, we want to talk about that. Honestly, no filters. If learning English has ever felt heavy, if stopping ever made you feel ashamed, stay with us. This one's for you. Okay, so, Bob, can I ask you something kind of personal?
Already? We just started.
I know. But do you remember how you felt when we first started this channel?
Oh man. I was so motivated. Like genuinely. I was thinking about video ideas in the shower. I was writing notes at like midnight. I thought, this is it. We're going to help so many people.
And that's the thing about motivation, right? It feels so real when it arrives. It feels like it's going to stay forever. But motivation is kind of like the weather. It comes, it goes. You can't control it.
That's a good way to put it, actually. And I think, I spent a long time confusing motivation with discipline. Like, I thought I needed to feel excited to do the work. But that's not really how it works, is it?
No, it really isn't. I mean, there's this idea, and I think about this a lot, that we all wait for the right feeling before we start. Like, I'll study English when I feel ready, or I'll record a video when I feel inspired. But the feeling almost never comes first.
Right. The action comes first. And then, slowly, the feeling follows. I read something like that once. The idea that you don't wait to feel motivated, you just start. Even badly, even a little. And somehow that tiny action creates more motivation than waiting ever did.
And I think social media makes this so much worse. Because you see other people's progress. You see someone speaking perfect English on TikTok, or someone posting a new video every single week, and you think, why can't I do that? What's wrong with me?
And the answer is nothing. Nothing is wrong with you. You're just comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. That's never fair.
And if you've ever stopped studying English because you felt guilty or because you felt behind, I want you to know something. You were never behind. You were just human. Okay, so do you want to talk about what actually happened? Like, why we stopped?
Yeah, I think we should. Okay, so the honest truth is, I started feeling really embarrassed.
Embarrassed? About what?
About the numbers. I know that sounds small, but we would spend hours, like actual hours, recording, editing, writing the description, making the thumbnail, and then we'd upload it, and it would get like 60 views, or 40, and I'd sit there and just refresh the page.
Oh, Bob, I didn't know it was that bad for you.
I mean, I didn't really say it out loud, but yeah. I remember one video specifically. I worked on it for 3 days. 3 days. And it got 22 views. I felt so stupid. Like, who was I to think anyone cared?
That's a really human feeling, though. I felt it too. I remember thinking, are we doing something wrong? Are we not good enough? Should we just stop?
And you know what's funny? I started avoiding making videos. Like I had ideas, genuinely good ideas, and I just wouldn't do them because I was afraid. Afraid of putting in all that effort and being ignored again.
That's self-sabotage, right? Like, you stop before anyone else can stop you. You protect yourself from disappointment by just not trying.
Exactly. And it feels safer in the moment, but it's not, because you end up feeling worse, not better.
Does that sound familiar to anyone? The moment when you stop trying to protect yourself from failure, but you end up feeling more stuck than ever.
And honestly, it took me a while to understand that those 22 views weren't the problem. The problem was the story I was telling myself about what those views meant. I was saying, nobody cares. You're not good enough. Stop. But that's not what 22 views means at all.
22 views means 22 real people sat with your voice for a few minutes. That's not nothing, Bob.
No, it's not nothing.
You know, I think what happened to us with YouTube, it's so similar to what happens to people learning English. Like the exact same emotional journey.
Oh, totally. I mean, think about it. Day 1 of learning English, you're excited. You download the app. You do the first lesson. You're like, yeah, I've got this.
And then week 3 arrives and it's like, where did all that energy go?
And the thing is, with English, unlike other goals, the progress is invisible at first. You don't wake up one morning and think, oh wow, I suddenly understand English now. It just doesn't work that way.
It's like, imagine you plant a seed and every day you water it. Every day, for weeks, and nothing happens. You can't see anything. And you start thinking, maybe nothing is growing. Maybe it's dead. Maybe I should just stop watering it.
But something is growing. You just can't see it yet.
Exactly. And I think this is something we don't talk about enough. The fact that every small thing you do with English, every podcast you listen to, every word you look up, every sentence you try to say out loud alone in your room, all of it is adding up, even when it doesn't feel like it.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.